What's up everyone, welcome back to Saint Seiya Awakening. Now, I know first, let's get this out of the way, I know it's been a while since the last English-only video. It's been really hard to keep up with the upload schedule with all of the content that's being released into the game, and to do 2 videos, one in every language, that pretty much kills a whole day where I would like to put something out. Don't worry though, all of the characters review will continue to come out in both languages, and I'll try my best to subtitle the videos for important content like the video we put yesterday. I'm also working on having people help me from the outside to subtitle the videos directly here on YouTube. Now to get started, it is Marina Week, Poseidon, and all of his friends are available from the banner, so what better time than today to do the review for KRAKEN ISAAK. Now this unit is not new to the game, he's been here since day 1, but he didn't get a lot of use until another unit was introduced into the game, which is the one you know very well if you've been doing Galactic Duel or pretty much any form of PvP, it's the Spicy Chicken. These two guys are best friends even though it makes no sense because one is water or ice and the other one is fire. These guys get along great and it's made KRAKEN come back into the meta completely. Starting off with his skills, the first one, Diamond Dust, is a simple individual Cosmo type attack. He is a Cosmo attacker, but this one has a lot more details than most first skills in the game. First, we have the chance to freeze if the enemy already has ice seals. That's the little ice debuff that Yoga and Camus can apply. If that debuff is already on the enemy, this first attack has a chance to freeze them. It's a very small chance, but it can be brought up by equipping status hit and also by accumulating more ice seals. The more we have, the more likely it is to freeze. But that's not where it ends. This first skill also invokes or summons a maximum of 4 tentacles that act as individual units in the battlefield. It costs no energy to summon them, so we can do it round after round if they happen to get killed, and each one of them does a small attack that deals a little bit of Cosmo damage. Alright, second skill, and believe it or not, this one is actually simpler. This is the Aurora Borealis, and it's simply a slightly stronger individual attack that also has the chance to freeze if the enemy already has ice seals, same as the first one. His third skill is a passive called KRAKEN's Tentacles, which very fittingly applies to the tentacles he summons with skill 1, and it basically increases their power every time they're summoned. Now, those tentacles come back with very little HP, so it's really easy to take them out. Every round when ISAAK has to re-invoke them by using the first skill, they get a little bit of an attack boost. When we do the demonstration, you'll notice there's going to be a Cosmo attack buff on top of ISAAK. That doesn't apply to him, it applies to the tentacles. The fourth one is another passive that also applies to the tentacles. The Polar Chill gives him a pretty significant attack boost when you use them after the Aurora Borealis. Now, remember, he only invokes them with the first skill, so your tentacles would have to survive until the second round, then you can shoot off the Aurora and receive this damage boost for the tentacles. In case of pulling multiple Krakens, and it's something that's very likely because he is an A rank Saint, the only reason mine is not max skilled is because I ate all of them at the beginning of the game. I never realized I would have to use them in combination with the chicken, but the first one to max, without a doubt, is the first skill. At level 4, it already works well. All you care about is invoking the maximum of 4 tentacles, and that's about it. After that, you're free to skill up the third or the fourth. It really doesn't matter too much. KRAKEN's function is not to do damage, or at least that's not his primary function, so any little bit of extra damage you can get for the tentacles helps a little bit, but it's not really essential. Under his 8th sense, he's a very economical creature in that he really doesn't require anything to work. The only thing he needs to do is stay alive, summon his tentacles, and that's really about it. Beta and Delta both give him an HP boost, and if you are going to use him in PvP combined with the chicken, then I strongly suggest you upgrade at least these 2, because it's very likely that the enemy's going to try to get him out of there quickly so that your chicken doesn't do as much damage. Alpha and Gamma are a complete waste of time. I wouldn't suggest upgrading these unless for whatever reason you're stuck using ISAAK as your primary damage dealer. I personally would not waste the resources. I use him in PvE, I don't use him in PvP, so that's why mine has the bare minimum. Under Cosmo, it's also very nice that he doesn't require much to work. Like I mentioned earlier, all you care about is HP, maybe some resistance here and there, but everything else is really not important. The only one that you do have to think about is the legendary. So, under Solar, you can literally go with anything. I personally would probably choose Anti-Stick or White Mist, try to get as much defense as possible, especially Cosmo defense in today's meta, with Arayashiki, the Chicken, Poseidon, all of those guys out there. Cosmo defense goes a long way. Having said that, mine doesn't have Cosmo defense because I don't use them in PvP. Under Lunar, again, does not matter. Probably Bloom is a decent option right now. You probably have a lot of these Cosmo laying around. Spirit Print, again with the Cosmo defense, not a bad option. But one thing I will remind you though is to try to find a balance on the defense, because if somebody's going to try to take ISAAK out on the first round, they're very likely going to do it with a physical attacker, which are the ones that can do that big burst damage. Cosmo attackers tend to be a little bit slower. They kill you over multiple rounds. So find a balance where you can defend from those Arayashikis and Poseidons, but also where you're not susceptible to a one-shot from a Milo, or I don't don't even know if Shion goes through physical defense check because his damage is based on HP, so I actually have no idea. Under Star, again, it does not matter. I put mine on New Moon. I'm not even sure why. I think I was running a dungeon and I needed him to be slightly faster than one of the units, but anything will work here. You can go with Lotus with HP and speed. You can go with Letter with resistance and HP. The status hit is wasted because he's really not going to freeze unless you're using him with the Ice Boys, so just try to get resistance and HP if you can find it. Alright, and now Legendary, which is the one that I mentioned that you do have to consider depending on what you're going to use him for. Let's start with PvE, and one of his primary uses is going to be to maximize the damage on the Legion boss, Legion dungeon, and the new Hades temples. For that purpose, Blood Elf works really well because you can equip Blood Elf on all of your supports, and that leaves you free to equip your chicken with either King Giant or Vulcan Chain, depending on where the enemy's HP is. If you're gonna use him in PvP though, I think there is a very clear option, and this is, I'm saying this from my own experience of fighting in Galactic Duel. Anytime I let a chicken through and I run into an ISAAK, I try to get him out of there the first round, using a combination of basic attacks from Poseidon, Milo, Marine, and then I use Shion to one-shot it and get it out. There's only one Cosmo that can prevent that first round one-shot, and that's Rising Dragon Teeth, so I think it's almost essential that you equip Rising Dragon Teeth for PvP. If not, the enemy's gonna nuke you turn 1, your ISAAK's gonna be dead, and there goes most of your damage from the chicken. For the substats, just like for the regular Cosmo, it doesn't really matter too much. I don't have a single one of mine refined, but if you're gonna use him for PvP, again, try to maximize your status resistance so that he can't be controlled that first round, your HP, and your defense, both physical and Cosmo. Alright, now moving on to team combinations, there's one that is the primary one, so I'm gonna get it out of the way so we can stop saying chicken. It's obviously with Divine Iki, and that's because each of ISAAK's tentacles counts as an individual unit on the battlefield. That means that every time a tentacle attacks, Divine Iki will spit fire. So that's a total of 5 Iki attacks that we can activate with ISAAK with only one move. If we combine that with Luna, that's a total of 10 spits. That is obviously a ridiculous combination. It does an enormous amount of damage, so much so that my Legion had to put certain restrictions in place for Legion boss. The poor dog was dying so quickly with this combination that a lot of our Legion members weren't able to hit and we were losing a lot of contribution. So yeah, that's the primary use for ISAAK, and in that combination you usually have Luna as well, you have Seiya definitely for weaken, maybe a data loss, and probably a heal of some sort. The only other time that he's really seen in battle is in PvP combined with the Ice Boys. That's gonna be Yoga and Camus who can apply those ice seals, also possibly with the Black Cygnus, but you really don't see a lot of them because ISAAK's chances of freezing are actually really low, and you're much better off using that slot in your team with another attacker, another threat that can scare the enemy. Among his weaknesses are the fact that he is pretty much useless alone. If he's not accompanied by the chicken to spit or with the Ice Boys to freeze, he really serves no purpose other than maybe distracting. Those tentacles can actually be used to distract the AI in PvE areas of the game. We'll get to that in a second. His other weaknesses are the one-shot that I already spoke about, and also control to a certain degree. Once the tentacles are out on the battlefield, the tentacles don't care if ISAAK moves or not anymore. They'll act on their own if they have to. So he's really only susceptible to control on the first round. If he can't move, then he can't summon the tentacles, but after they're already out, if they don't get killed by like an AoE attack or something, they'll keep doing what they need to do, the chicken's gonna keep spitting, etc. The last weakness is a really specific one, which is going to be Cannon. If we're facing an enemy using Cannon and he has an AoE attack to deal damage, the damage that that AoE attack does to the tentacles counts. It gets applied towards the triangle, so it increases the damage they do to us by a huge margin. So again, very specific Cannon, but worth mentioning so you have it in mind. As for his uses in the game, he is pretty much strictly a support, but that combination with the chicken can be used in Legion boss, in Legion dungeon, in the new temples of Hades, in Athena trial, in Seal Tower, in bosses, in dungeons, pretty much anywhere you can use these two guys together and do massive damage. His other use that we mentioned a little bit earlier is to be a distraction. The AI when we're doing PvE tends to focus units with low HP. Because his tentacles are so weak, they only inherit, I think it's like 5% of his health, then it's very common for the AI to focus it. If you're fighting individual attackers, they're always going to hit the tentacles and the rest of your party is going to be safe. There's also a couple of the character tomes where he comes in really clutch, specifically in the Shun tome where we can use him to break the control from the Black Andromeda and also to distract Pisces, because he'll keep throwing the roses at the tentacles and leave us kind of alone. That's actually the first footage we're going to see now from when we beat that tome, just really short snippets of those fights so you get an idea of how it works. And then we'll do an arena battle, which is truly going to be a mission because everybody at my rank is using the chicken. And what's going to happen when we bring Kraken? Our own tentacles are going to activate the enemy's chicken. So it may go horribly wrong. I'm not sure how good the demonstration is going to be. On the Spanish review, we got super lucky that we ran into an enemy that had messed up all of his turn order. I don't know if we're going to get that lucky today, but it might make for a more interesting fight. Maybe. El Andrómeda Negro acá es un dios. Kraken, no voy a armar un caballero para un solo calabozo. Me niego. Tengo que, obviamente, a este para romperle la cadena. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. Houston! Houston! Mayday, mayday! Ataco! ¡Ah! Doku, hijo de p***, Doku es el f***ing héroe, guys. Bueno, eso no, sí. ISAAK ayudó mucho a romper también el control, la cadena. I fought the other Gold Saints in order to move forward, but my fight with you would be for avenging my master. Ay, Dios mío, santo y bendito, y todas las vírgenes de la historia de la humanidad. So you like yoga, huh, Omri? That's my favorite too. Gracias, Agus. Ya casi muere Delfín. Vamos bien, vamos bien, vamos bien. Pero más controlado imposible, el pobre Shun. No quiero hacer obscenidades. Alright, here we go then. We're gonna do our arena battle, and I've already found somebody. Just luckily, I refreshed once, and I found somebody without a Junis. So we're gonna fight this guy who has a chicken, obviously, because every single person at this level is running a chicken, Poseidon, and Cancer. My biggest worry here is actually Cancer. Everything else I think we can handle pretty handily. I'm not even scared of the Divine Seiya because I'm gonna bring my own June who's really fast. But if we don't manage to focus and kill that Cancer before he gets too crazy, he might just blow us up in one move. We'll see. Oh my god, my chicken does not have Cosmo. My chicken does not have Cosmo. Oh shit, abort. No, what do we do? Who has his Cosmo? Oh, I gave it to Gemini. Okay, we'll be right back. Oh, it feels bad, man. It feels freaking bad. Oh crap. Okay, take two. Here we go. Here we go against the same guy. Okay, this looks a lot more like the lineup I would usually bring. So let's switch out. Who should we switch out? I kind of want to have Poseidon so I can seed someone and return some of the damage. So we got to bring ISAAK here. ISAAK. We're gonna probably, even though, you know what? Let's go single healer. Let's go single healer because he doesn't really have a he doesn't have a June. So I think we're gonna win this one fairly soonish. Alright, we go lots of damage. We have 3 attackers plus ISAAK. My Juna moves after his Pegasus perfectly, just as planned. Oh, that's fantastic. You know why that's fantastic? Because when my chicken turns into super Pokemon form, he's going to full heal, which is great. Alright? Okay, this Pegasus is actually doing a lot more damage than I would like him to, but he has no more energy. He can't really do much. Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, stop! My god. Alright, we're gonna use Ares on Cancer for sure, with my Scorpio. But we're already really low. And, I kinda didn't take this into consideration, did I? That I wouldn't have an AoE heal. Doesn't matter, I think we're still fine. We don't have enough to seed, but we do have enough. We focus Poseidon. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm gonna try to get rid of this guy. Prafata. Okay, he's almost dead. So no more heals for him. I'm gonna use Ares on Cancer because I'm scared. I am going to finish this Damian off, and we got Poseidon should die in this turn because we have Kraken. We have Kraken, my friends, and the enemy Cancer also activates my chicken spits. All right, so that Poseidon is gonna die. I'm just gonna go ahead. Hopefully, we focus Cancer. Please focus Cancer after Poseidon. Who do you focus? Wait, he focused Kiki. I want him to focus anything except the enemy chicken. I actually don't want to focus the enemy chicken. So you see, after every single one of ISAAK's tentacles, my chicken will spit out some fire. There we go. But wait. But wait. That Cancer has 3 stacks of that Cancer has 3 stacks of a Book of the Dead. And I don't think we can kill him before he moves. Can we freeze him? Whoa, that might be our only move here. Wait. Oh, Jesus. Oh, just yeah! Yes, GG. Oh my god, Poseidon is the best, bro. Poseidon is the absolute best. We froze him, and I think in this turn, with all of my tentacles, although my ISAAK is getting really, really low, I think we should have this. Maybe we focus Pegasus after this one, and then it's GG. Although I think my poor ISAAK, who is, of course, the... Kill him quickly! Kill him! No! ISAAK, bro! ISAAK's dead. ISAAK's dead, guys. I'm sorry. Are we all dead? Oh my god, are we all dead? Wait! Who do we save here? I'm not sure who to save, because my chicken can turn back to, oh, the enemy chicken has a Blood Elf. That's really messing us up. I'm gonna try to do this. The enemy chicken should come back down right now. I can do... Excuse me? Why did he move? I don't understand why he just moved, but I'm gonna try to freeze him anyway. Come on, Poseidon. Never mind. Oh, he's got 2 of the scorpion things, though. He's dead. We're gonna eat 1 more Pegasus because this thing is broken. When you kill the last unit, when you kill the last enemy unit, the Divine Seiya comes back to the ground and can attack right away, which I don't think it's supposed to be that way. But maybe I'm wrong. What the heck do I know? Clearly nothing, because we just almost lost an auto battle against an auto enemy, and our showcase unit perished in the effort. So yeah, clearly I suck at this game and should retire. But anyway, each of ISAAK's tentacles activates a spit, and that's how you use them combined with the chicken. Alright, and that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope the review is useful. Don't worry, like I said at the beginning of the video, all of the character reviews we'll keep doing individually, 1 video in Spanish, 1 video in English. Now, all of the guides for like dungeons, or for example, the Rebirth for Shura and Shaka that we did yesterday, I will try my best to keep subtitling those. I am also looking for outside help that can help me subtitle, because there is a function in YouTube where after you upload a video, the community can actually contribute subtitles and get it done a lot faster than I could. Because yesterday, I think yesterday's video had about 8 or 9 minutes of actual talking. The rest was footage from the fights, or from the training halls. It took me over an hour to subtitle those 9 minutes, so it's really time consuming, and I don't have that time available at the moment. I'm gonna leave you here for today. If you haven't already, please remember to hit like, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, ring the bell so you don't miss any videos, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye!